Hello, this is Raziel Cohen with ndftraining.com, and today we're going to be speaking about my personal favorite rifle optic, as well as also the way that I like having it set up. This video is brought to you by ammokitty.com. For optics, ammunition, and firearm accessories, go to ammokitty.com to see the amazing prices there. They are now doing a giveaway for a Holosun HS515GM, my personal favorite rifle optic. If you'd like to be able to enter into that raffle, head over to their website, input your email address, and you'll automatically be entered to be able to win that optic. Thank you to ammokitty.com for sponsoring this video. If you follow me on my channel, you might have seen a few different rifles that have come up here and there. And generally speaking, the way that I have my rifle set up are almost going to be uniform amongst all of them, because if a system works for me, then I don't really feel a need to change it. A lot of people like adding very unique accessories and different styles and features, but generally speaking, if a functioning rifle functions well, then I'm just going to leave it the way it is. One of the optics that has been very loyal to me and has worked very well is the HS515CM. Now, the HS515CM is a military grade, what they refer to as military grade optic made by Holosun, and the unique feature about that optic is that it also has a solar panel on top, which helps with battery life. Now, generally speaking, the Holosun optics are known to have around a 5-year battery life, so it really doesn't matter to me to have that solar panel because it's technically another point of potential failure, as well as also it's not really something I'm going to use because you should be changing your battery more frequently than every 5 years. So here comes at a cheaper price, the HS515GM, which the GM just pretty much means it doesn't have the solar panel. Again, there's the CM and the GM. The GM doesn't have the solar panel, has all the same great features at a lower price. Again, the only difference not being the ability to have solar charging. And again, solar charging for me isn't that big of a deal, so it's not really a deal breaker for me to not have it. So coming at a lower price while still maintaining all that durability, losing the potential for an additional failure point, I think is really the way to go. So let's go down to the tabletop. We'll check out the different features about this optic, the way I like to set it up, and then see if this might be something for you on the setup of your rifle that you might want. So here we are at the tabletop and we're looking at the HS515GM. So when we move this aside, we have the box itself. You open up the box, you have your Holosun information, user manual, stuff like that. You have the optic itself, which we'll put over here for 1 second. And then we also have cleaning cloth, the battery, and then also a tool for installation, which we're going to need in a second. So here's the side of the optic. Right over here is the battery compartment. So you just unscrew that right over there. And then you get the battery that's included in the kit. And again, based on the instructions and depending on the setting, I believe it's usually setting 6. That setting is going to be the setting that's going to allow you to get around 50,000 hours of battery life, which again it's a huge deal for being able to have that much battery life. Insert the battery right over there. Then we just screw the cap back on. And we should be ready to go. So I'll try that out. Look through there. Should be able to see the reticle. There we go, see the reticle. Now I'll adjust that obviously so you can be able to see the reticle properly. But that's the optic. Now, realistically, and for a very long time, this was all I actually did to an optic. Now you're ready to mount it. It has a very nice, quick detach mounting system right over here, where you just put it onto the rail, you flip that over, click it in place, and then you're good to go. And you can see that there are screws over here that you could actually replace the mount. Now, the reason why I now replace the mounts is because I did end up actually having an issue with this optic where I was doing a drill. I'm going to try to link it above so you could actually go check it out, where it was a drill all about precision and my shots were being flown everywhere and I had really no idea what was going on until I realized that it got loose. That was embarrassingly terrible. That was as bad as it probably could get. So this over time just detached to some degree, and then it started wiggling, and then obviously at that point the optic is useless, it doesn't hold zero. So I now replace the mounts because there are amazing mounts out there that you're able to use to be able to make this more as an effective system. So let's look at one of the mounts that I'm interested in switching it out to. So what I have over here is the Reptilia mount. So I made a video on this mount before. I'll try to link it for you as well. But there are a lot of different options and mounts that you're able to use on the market. This one is a 193 riser, which is now has pretty much become my favorite riser or height for an optic. So it's just higher than the lower 1/3, which is what this mount is. So if I put this side by side with each other, you can see that the height of where the mount is still going to be at the center point of what this optic is. So the actual base of this optic will be ultimately higher as well. So I'll do a side by side as well at the end. But what this does, it gives you a little bit higher of a sight picture. So when you're looking through it, it makes it easier to be able to see your optic without bending your head down too low. And it seems to have become a very popular height when it comes to using optics. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this mount over here. I'm going to switch it for this mount to give you an idea and kind of show you how that functions for me. So what you're able to do is you have those screw holes over here. The included tool fits into that hole. It goes down to the area of where the actual screw is, which I'll see if you're able to see that. But you just pretty much start undoing it. There have been times that I needed to use a tool just because the initial lockup was pretty tight. There's one of the screws. And we'll do this for all 4. So once all 4 screws are removed, you're able to just remove this part. And then this is the optic itself, which is super lightweight, by the way. And this base really adds a lot of weight to the whole system. So getting a lighter weight and different option really could be very beneficial. So again, this is kind of the main base. It's very similar, obviously, as you could tell, to the aim point setup, which is it has the same aim point footprint. So the amount of mount options that are out there are pretty fascinating. So again, here's the Reptilia mount. And then what I like to do is you're just going to line it up, make sure it'll fit snug. And then this is ultimately what it's going to look like once we reinstall it. So I'm going to reinstall the screws. What I might also do is add a little bit of blue Loctite or any kind of Loctite to the screws as well to make sure that it's still going to be as durable as it needs to be. You can see also over here that they add like a glue or something right over there to add to the strength of it, unless it's just poured out oil. But yeah, I'm gonna add a little bit of Loctite, get these screwed down, and then we'll see what that looks like at the end. So here is the completed optic. Again, it looks really, really nice. I love the mount. It's very simplistic. It's affordable for a lot of comparisons to a lot of other options on the market. You can see it brings up the optic height to a little bit higher than what you expect. So right over here, if you do like a side-by-side almost, you can see how that little bit of difference really brings the center height of the optic to a higher point. And it works really nicely. The reason why I'm making this video, by the way, is because, again, this is personally my favorite optic. It's the one I use on all my rifles and will probably continue to use unless some crazy technology comes out and switches out the available features on the market. But right now, a friend of mine and a previous sponsor on the channel is from ammokitty.com. If you go to their website and you put in your email, then by putting in your email, you're going to be registered into a giveaway to be able to actually win this optic. So you're going to get it brand new in the box from the company directly. So if that's something you're interested in, if you want to try out a new optic and you want to try your luck over there, then definitely head out to their website to be able to do that fulfillment. So you can check again. You can see that the reticle is going to be right in the center there. Really nice. It comes with the honeycomb. You can see that honeycomb design. So if you're going to be in the light, which I have the light next to it, you can see how it minimizes the amount of reflection off the center of the optic. So from the side over here, you already can't see it because it's blocking the glass. And as you turn it, you'll start seeing it over there. It comes with flip caps. So it pops right off, which I found to be incredibly helpful during the winter times for fogging. And then also the rear cap as well goes through, but you don't even need to, because depending on the environment you're going to be in, if it's going to be dusty, muddy, or whatever, you can leave those caps on and it's clear all the way through to be able to actually still see it. So unless there becomes an issue with the clarity, you can just pop it off and continue going, which is really nice. And it makes it kind of like as an extra safety feature. Again, 50,000 hours of battery life when you're using it. The adjustments for the reticle are going to be on the top and right side, just like that. And again, a very simplistic and durable optic. I like simplicity, I like durability, and that's what I want when it comes to a rifle platform. So again, if you have any questions on this, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below and I'll get back to you. Check out ammokitty.com to be able to see if you're able to register for the winning of this optic, which I think is great. And also, we're going to see how the new rifle series that we're currently putting together, I'm going to see if this is going to end up being the optic that will be on that rifle or if this is going to go on one of my AR pistols of some form. But yeah, stick along and we'll see how these things go. This is Raziel Cohen with ndftraining.com. Thank you for watching.